Dong arrives to the tribe's village to deliver news. Dong said, "Good news I have for you, with the other group, we found the book we were searching for so long, my life's work is coming together, but before we can awaken superpowers with it for the chosen ones, I must meditate on it to figure out how, however, but there is trouble, the book we got, but powers evil we have awakened, the forces and monsters of the valley." Perma said, "Well then we might as well use the book to now protect the people from the monsters that guarded it." Pato said, "I'm gay." Jacob said, "I know." Callie decided to name the red panda, Charlie. Ross decided to go to the woods to perform a ritual with the bodies of the medic and Chong. Perma said, "Originally I went into this a lot more loosely, I kinda just wanted to get to the end with a fun lot and see how it'd go, everything with Quarter was kinda hellish and not really how I wanted it to go and I don't even remember what put me against him annoyingly, plus now Spevy's died and I was looking forward to going against him. In the merge I'll be excited to be in the same group as the rest of our lot from last season again, I think I'm gonna rely a lot more on the trust we've got in each other and I think it's going to end up mainly random who's voted out. I think Callie will make it to the end, we all love her and I think she defo deserves it but also since it'll probably just be all us mates at the end we won't want to get her out, on the same vein Callie is technically the biggest threat as well but I'd rather not see it like that. I think overall this is gonna end up mainly chilling out and random things like the Eldritch will deciding who's out." Pato said, "Well when the merge happens I'll try to stand next the people I trust more and try to win as a team, I expect big controversies, like even more cheating and stuff, to be honest I just wanna have fun with this I don't know if I'll make it to the top, perhaps Bob or Callie or Perm, and I think that because we have been mostly working together, I don't remember who but I think Jacob, and who Quarter tried to contact with are the biggest threats." Jacob said, "I've given up all hope, I misjudged. It won't happen again." Callie said, "I think my tribe should survive." Postal said, "I will protect Tribe Sol Dog." Cheesy said, "My game plan is to not get voted out and be more active, I think the other team will be stronger cause they seem to know each other better, threats is everyone if you're not winning you're losing, wait my bad, specifics are probably my teammates, I don't trust them, they seem to want me out even though they said otherwise." Cheesy said, "My game plan is to not get voted out and be more active, I think the other team will be stronger cause they seem to know each other better, threats is everyone if you're not winning you're losing, wait my bad, specifics are probably my teammates, I don't trust them, they seem to want me out even though they said otherwise." Mal said, "Going towards the merge I wanna try my best to get rid of anyone I'm not fully certain will all vote against Tribe A together. Since I'm expecting Tribe A to all be voting against us too. I'm hoping I can go in and be friendly to split a couple of their votes and once we get one out it's pretty simple to get the rest, I'm hoping to make it to the finals with no one, but if I could get Cheesy there it might be better since a lot of dead players haven't talked to them much meaning I might be able to win the final between us two, that could also backfire though so, I'm not quite sure yet. Overall I wouldn't call anyone a threat at the moment, but if Tribe A has a strong sense of loyalty it would spell trouble, I think I'll be able to get into top 3 at least, but we'll see. I will say though, one of the hardest things I have to think about is how to stay on friendly terms with people I need to vote out, it's just something I've had in the back of my mind when planning." Sandwich the Bear said, "My main goal is to blow up, I doubt I'll make it far though cause Eve been inactive due to school, also I think the people Spevy was teaming with are going to kill me if they find out." Then no one and Ross had a conversation about voting. Mal said, "I wanted to see how would you feel about voting Sandwich instead of Cheesy this vote, I got to talking with Cheesy in an alliance and he seems he'd be good to have during the merge but I want to hear your thoughts before I do anything." Bread Ross said, "Nah I don't, but I didn't expect that, but it could work for us, yeah." Mal also decided with no one to vote out Sandwich. At Tribe Sol Dog, pretty much everyone agreed to vote Jacob out due to betraying them with Quarter. Tribe Sol Dog decided to pretty much collectively vote Jacob out. Jacob's head explodes as his soul leaves his body. Perma said, "Oh, rest in peace, Jacob, you will still be missed." Tribe Baboon Foreskin Factorization had a harder time with the voting, but most ended up voting Sandwich the Bear out. Sandwich the Bear ate a sandwich and choked to death on it. Mal said, "Enjoy Nirvana Sandwich, rest in peace." Then it was time for the merge, as the 2 tribes of 4 merged into one tribe of 8 players late during the evening on day 4. Perma said, "You did a genocide and robbed a dragon." Mal said, "Yeah, I was about to say." No one said, "We found the book, before you guys, so we're better." Mal said, "We also massacred a village though, so like, evens out maybe." Perma said, "You guys were defo a lot more adventurous, we kinda just found some traps, threw sticks at a snake, found some dead people, then got a pet red panda, but had the goon hut." Later, everyone seemed to get on fine. The tribe stepped into the merge, keeping an attitude of being loyal to their old tribe members, but ironically talk started from both tribes about voting one of their own out first. Tribe Sol Dog members talked about voting Pato out, Tribe Baboon Foreskin Factorization talked about the possibility of voting Bread Ross out, mainly discussed by Mal and no one, as they saw her as a potential threat. Then Dong brought the book to them. He had read it and found the right pages. He marked them for them. Each page contains a spell that if a hand of a chosen one is put against it, they get the power. It worked, they all were given the power, meaning they are the chosen ones, and Dong was not delusional and was right all along. However, Postal didn't get his powers yet, as he was trapped in the basement of the enemy castle. With the newfound superpowers, Pato, Cheesy, Mal, Perma and no one went to a rescue mission to rescue Postal from a basement in a castle at the question mark area. They combined their superpowers during the mission. First they sneaked closer to the area, took down enemies from the forest, Pato slashing them with super fast running and powerful hits, while Mal scouted the area from above from sky. Then they climbed the wall using Web and no one shot Web at the castle yards. Perma put it aflame and Cheesy later calmed it down with freeze power, killing most of the enemies in the process. With the help of the mini Hulk Pato, they took down the castle door, where the enemies were now hiding from the hell outside. The enemies surrendered and thought they were gods. They freed Postal from the basement. Afterwards no one covered the castle and the area with Web, which Perma set on fire, leaving an inferno behind. The enemies ended up joining them. They'll serve them loyally and will be dedicated to their cause.